They told us the future would be convenient, connected, smarter. But the truth is, we've been conditioned for this moment for over a century. Long before the first computer, long before the word artificial intelligence ever existed. In the early 1900s, they called it a thinking machine. Then came cybernetics, the science of control systems, how to make man and machine act as one. Back then, it sounded like progress, but what it really revealed was the first step toward replacing conscience with code. Then came 1949, Orwell's Big Brother. Fiction, they said, just a story about a world under total surveillance. But stories have power. They train the imagination. They plant words that make us numb when those words become real. And that's what's happening now. The terms change: smart cities, digital identity, AI governance, but the principle remains: shape behavior, predict movement, manage the human soul. By the time we hear the new phrase, the system it describes is already built. We're always 10 years behind what's been designed, tested, and approved. That's why it feels like the future is arriving overnight. It's not arriving. It's being unveiled. And people accept it, not because they agree, but because they've been prepared to. Language softens resistance. Repeat a term long enough, and fear becomes fascination. By the time the device lands in your hand, you're already part of the experiment. This isn't just technological, it's spiritual. The Bible has shown us this pattern over and over again. When Nebuchadnezzar built his golden image, the music played, the command went out, and everyone bowed, except 3. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused, because their worship belonged to God alone. They didn't protest technology, they resisted idolatry. They stood for conscience when everyone else surrendered theirs. And that's the same test we're facing again. Revelation 13:16-17 warns that a power will cause all to receive a mark, not a physical stamp, but a decision of loyalty, a mark in the mind or in the hand, symbolizing thought and action, belief and behavior. It's about who you serve when obedience is demanded. In contrast, Revelation 7:3 speaks of the seal of God, written not on the body, but in the heart and mind of those who keep his commandments and walk by faith. 2 signs, 2 masters, 2 destinies. The world is building an image again, only this time it's digital. Artificial intelligence, algorithms, and identity systems that claim to know you better than you know yourself. But just because something is intelligent doesn't mean it's righteous. And just because it's efficient doesn't mean it's holy. We're being invited to worship what we've built, to trust the creation more than the creator. But like the 3 in Babylon, the call is to stand, to resist bowing to the image of power, whatever form it takes, because what's coming isn't about machines taking over. It's about humans giving up their place before God.